What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Viva Bills, Buffalo Will, Cousin Vinny. We took a
What's
week
up?
off.
What's up?
We're back. What's going on? How you doing, Vinny?
Doing good, man. Just still hurting. That could be
Yeah,
us right now this Sunday, but I got to put it back. I got to put it behind me, man. I know a lot of Bills Mafia, a lot of the fans are like coulda, shoulda, woulda, but it is what it is, man. We got to just regroup and see what happens for next year.
yep. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, but you didn't. My wrestling coach used to say that all the time. We're on channel 198 today on Zingo TV, and we're also on Blackjack TV. So 198 for all you guys on there. What's up? People on Facebook, YouTube, what's going on? Yeah, man. You got a brew, bro? You got a brew?
Yeah. Of
Yeah,
course,
yeah,
man.
yeah. Kick it
You want
off. Kick
me
it
to go first?
off.
You want me to go first? All right. This is a
Yeah.
blind buy. My wife just to go to the store right quick, get me anything that looked crazy, not like something out of ordinary. So she brought me this. I never had it before. It's from Goose Island. I know I've heard of that brand.
Yeah.
It's called Tropical Beer Hug. A beach vacation for your taste buds. I don't know what this is, but I do know it says 9.9 alcoholic volume. So we're gonna see what it's like. This is what it looks like right here for those that are looking in and see it in the store. I'll give you my 1 to 5 assessment. So here it goes.
Go ahead.
Smells good. It's actually pretty good, man. It tastes like it's real hoppy. I'm trying to figure out what it tastes like, man. If you had a Goose Island, it tastes like Goose Island, even though it is a Goose Island. But
Is it?
I don't know if there's any difference in it.
It's like an island adventure in your mouth. What?
Yeah, it's pretty good though. Yeah, I don't know about all that, but it's definitely a strong alcoholic. You can taste the alcohol. I guess that's why it's a 9.9. So you don't really enjoy the beer that much. You know what I mean? It's kind of like it's
That's when
too,
it's not
too.
too good.
It's not too good. I
Yeah.
mean, one of these cans will probably get too tore up at a tailgate party. You probably get up there and jump through tables on fire and stuff like that. You get two of these, I guarantee you're gonna be jumping through some tables at a
You,
Bills tailgate party. But
you, you
it
saw Diggs.
me personally flavor wise, I give it a 3.5.
All right. You saw Diggs jumping through the table.
Yeah. It was kind of soft. I didn't want him to get hurt. Nobody wanted him to get hurt.
No, it was good. All right, so what I ended up getting, I've had this before, but I usually have it on tap. A Magic Hat number 9.
Nice.
Uh, Let me see. I haven't had one during the show. Look at this. Getting old, bro. Getting old. Watch this. Watch this. Getting old. Getting old. What's okay.
Oh my goodness. We are
Buddy.
good.
Number 9 is a sort of dry, crisp, refreshing ale whose mysterious and unusually palate will swirl across your tongue with subtle notes of fruit and a floral hop bitterness. Beyond that, we dare not to tell you more, for with each sip, mysteries are revealed and still more questions raised. Why number 9? Why indeed? Pale ale with natural flavors. Magic Hat Brewing, Rochester, New York. Why number 9? Why indeed? So if it's really majestic, number 9, maybe I'll sip this and it'll take us back in time and we'll win the game with 13 seconds left.
Oh, you're gonna need a time machine for that.
It's 5.1 by volume in alcohol. Actually, it's weird because it tastes lighter to me out of this can than it did when I had it on tap.
Hmm.
It's not quite pale ale, it says. It's actually, I like it.
What you
Uh,
give it?
5, maybe Maybe I'll give it a 4. I actually like it. Maybe 4.2. That's silly.
Okay, so show us again what it is.
It's a magic hat, number 9.
Okay. Okay,
So
he gave it a 4. I'm giving it a mine. I'm gonna give it. You know what? I was showing you the back of the doggone beer. Here's the front of it.
yeah, I thought I saw. Is that a dog? Or no, it's a bear. Duh.
I
Beer
don't know what
hug.
the hell it is. A beer hug. Yeah, it's a beer hug. 9.9, strong as hell, but 3.5, maybe a 3.6. It's starting to grow on me. It's
It's
like a
taking a
double
little.
IPA. It tastes
Listen,
like it's an imperial IPA. So
I know we didn't talk last week. We didn't talk after the Cincinnati game, right? We didn't have our
no,
show.
we didn't. We
No.
did not.
So it was kind of funny watching that Mahomes throw that
When you get
intercept.
a chance, share the page to my page real quick. Share
So
this live. I can't share it out. I'm trying to share it and it's not letting me. But you can talk while you do it. You know, there
it's
ain't
kind
no
of
rush.
it was kind of funny to see Mahomes throw an interception with 13 seconds in overtime.
Oh,
I think that was a little get back to their fan
karmatic,
trying to be funny.
karmatic.
Listen, it was great that they donated the money to the children's hospital, but I think they were trying to be wise butts and sending it came around and bit them in their butt. I should have seen maybe Cincinnati's fans sent them $13 worth of donations or whatever, which was kind of funny. But it was a good deed they did. But I think it was more trying to be like, oh, guys, 13 seconds. But
Yeah, it was definitely rough, but you know, we were talking about the overtime rule changes and what needs to
mhm.
be done, but that goes to show you, Kansas City won the coin toss and wound up giving up a tough interception 13 seconds in and wound up losing the game. So, you know, are they going to review those overtime rules? Or are they going to let it be? Because that Kansas City game proved that anybody, if you play defense, you might win the ball. You might win the game. So
Yeah.
all we had to do, and so it goes to show you that even though we lost the coin toss, how we played good defense and gotten the ball back, we would have went down the field and won the game. So it is
Yeah.
what it is. But come playoff time, you would like to see if a game is evenly matched like that. My personal opinion, I would like to see both sides of the ball. I mean, both teams get at least one possession in overtime.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly think my idea is pretty good. I've talked to other people and they actually thought it was a pretty good idea. Doesn't mean anything because it's not like Roger Goodell's over there watching this show, even though he should put us on the network. Let's get this together. Let's go. Anyway,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Show me the money, baby.
that's it. I like to do this for a living. But, like I said, not college rules because if you go to the 20-yard line in the pros, these guys could be scoring all day.
Yeah,
So not that. If you don't want to involve the kickoff, then just start everybody on the opposing 25 across the field, make them work down there,
yeah,
take two, and you have to go for two if you get a touchdown. The games aren't going to last as long. I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. I don't think it would. But anyway, let's see. They'll discuss it. They'll discuss it because this Super Bowl matchup, it's like I don't know. It's a little weird. Can Cincinnati win? Like I said in the playoffs, I was like, any of these AFC teams, they're all almost matched kind of the same, and anybody can
yeah.
win this. And Cincinnati did it. Nobody really thought Cincinnati would do it, but they did it. But man, I don't know about them facing the Rams. I guess we'll talk about it a little, but I don't know. This game could get ugly in my mind, but
Yeah.
me. Now, let's talk about some news, some Bills news. Well, I'm still not going back in time. It's not helping yet. I don't know where the
Yeah, take a
magic
couple of them and go back in time.
is. This guy, boom! He didn't get no job. No job for Leslie. Went on a few interviews. By the way, I don't know if you saw, people are actually discussing like they should get rid of the Rooney Rule. Uh, it's kind of weird because looking at these jobs out there, okay, Leslie went at least on a few or two different teams, I think, for second interviews. So maybe there was a real shot. I think like the Bills interviewing the wide receiver coach for the Baltimore Ravens as an offensive coordinator.
Mhm.
He's African American, but I'm looking and I'm like, they're not going to hire this guy. So it's like some of these guys are getting interviewed just to go through the process.
To the
You know,
minimum process. Yeah.
yeah.
But
And it
listen,
kind of, go ahead, because my take
but
is
you
a little.
know, Leslie, Leslie, Coach Leslie, I thought he was going to get a head coaching job, hands down. Maybe Miami, maybe Houston. But I truly believe in my heart, the last possession, the last 2 to 3 minutes
Uh-huh.
defensively for the Bills was horrible, bro. I mean, especially in overtime.
Well, that was bad.
When we just played, left the seam wide open, just played the sideline, 13 seconds left. Shouldn't have been enough time for Mahomes to come back and get, what was it, 34, 35 yards to get into field goal range. I give that. It's not the players. It's all on the coaching staff, man. And
Yeah.
McDermott has to have part to blame in that too. But
Mm-hmm.
it solely goes on Leslie. So I think some of the coaches out there, some of the places out there saw that last possession, that defensively, kind of like, man, how do you blow a lead like that with 13 seconds? So
Yeah. Real quick, by the way, Chino's joined us. He's like, "What's up, fellas? What's up,
what's up,
Chino?"
Chino?
And then he said, "Tough effing loss." Yeah,
Yeah,
it
man.
was. And I was even thinking about that today, and like, I'm like, man, it was just bad coaching. And whether it's on McDermott's part, whether it's Leslie Frazier's part, and like you said, he McDermott has to eat some of this. It's his team, and they call
Absolutely.
timeout each time. So it was just bad coaching. Leslie Frazier, like I said, I look at him and I kind of hold him to what he did in Minnesota. So I'm like, is this guy really going to get a job? I was hoping he got a job.
Yeah.
I didn't mind him staying in Buffalo, but I was hoping he got a job. He's put in his work. Maybe he learned some stuff. Who knows? But he didn't get it. So it was like, all right. But this guy did. Kaboom! This is the last time I'll be showing this thing. Hopefully, I'm
Yeah.
not regretting my words and say that I want him gone. But he's gone. I mean, it's old news, but we didn't do our shows, so this is the news.
This
Listen.
is this is news. I want to get your opinion. I pretty much have a feeling how you feel about it. um,
Oh,
Go ahead. I'll
real
let you. I'll
quick.
let you go first. I'll let you elaborate first.
Uh, excuse me, real quick. Also, with the whole Rooney Rule, what I was talking about,
Mm-hmm.
it blew up because Flores is now suing the league as well because Bill Belichick's tweet or text to him when it wasn't supposed to be to him, it was for the other
Wrong,
Brian.
Brian.
Yeah,
Brian.
that's all blowing up, and the whole Rooney Rule is like messed up because people are interviewing Brian Flores. Like, did he really have a shot? I mean, that guy should have had a legit shot, you know, but he didn't get a job, and especially when he started the lawsuit before that Texan job was even given up. I think that might have killed him too. But anyway, the whole
They
thing with
actually
Rooney
said that
Rule,
because of his depending litigation that they weren't going to get involved with him. But if you really want to get into it, we can get into. I mean, look what's going on with Brian Flores in terms of why he got canned over there. He started off what 1-7, and
mhm,
then wound up ending, what was it, 10-6? Well, what did they wind up, 10-6 or
I'd
ten
have
and
to.
seven?
I think it would be 10-7. So I'd have to see if it was
10-7.
10-7.
But
Yeah,
but the statement that he said that he was offered $100,000 each time he,
they lost.
tossed the game, man. That's some huge implication. There's other coaches that are coming out with the same
I think.
allegations to, it makes
Yeah.
you wonder, like this Kansas City game, they were on fire, against the Bengals the first half, and all of a sudden, what happened? They came out the second half. It was like a JV team. Is that
But
something that they tank? I mean, it's always some questions you have now.
they adjusted their defense. So I don't think they're going to tank, especially to get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So they ended up adjusting their defense and playing. I think it was like doubling up Hill or playing like a two deep. It was weird, but they adjusted their defense. So I don't think that is the one thing with the whole Rooney Rule. It's like I say, like a double-edged sword because I agree with it that first of all, are there racist owners out there? Who knows? Probably, for the longest time, it was all white coaches. But, now you have a few in there. It's good that they're making interview these guys and hopefully, they could get a job. But my thing is, if you're a owner and just say Mike Tomlin is available and you have Brian Dable available, I'm sorry, but if I know I want Tomlin, I'm going to go after Tomlin. And if I know I want Brian Dable, I'm going to just do the
Brian Dable.
I want Brian Dable. So you should be able to have your choice if he's available and you can get him. Because how often is a certain coach, going to be out there? If
and for how long?
Like Belichick comes out again. Oh, I want Belichick. If Tomlin's there, I think I still want Belichick because of his track record. But if it's Brian Dable and Tomlin, then I want Tomlin. So it's.
Yeah.
I get it, but it kind of gets on my nerves when you see them interviewing guys that damn well they're just
going to get hired.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of messed up to me.
They're just going through the procedure, through the process.
Yeah, and that's like them knowing, Vinny, I'm going to interview you even though I have no interest in hiring you. I'm going to play the role. It's a dick move to me. That's what I think.
For sure.
Brian Dable.
And speaking of dick moves, how about offensive coordinator going to the Giants and trying to take the whole squad with him?
Well, there you go. So that was one thing because I actually kind of wrote this. A lot of times, Vinny and I don't talk about the show. I put up stuff and then I throw it out there, and Vinny knocks it down. Pretty much like we say, it's a show by the fans for the fans. So we talk like we're just fans, which we are.
Absolutely.
Joe Schoen, our assistant GM, gets the job over there at the Giants as their GM. And it always happens. So the biggest question was like, who is he going to take? All right, took Brian Dable. Good.
We already had an idea what was going to happen.
Yeah, I was so happy they took Brian Dable. And, like you say, who goes with the team? So Shea Tenray, whatever is how you say his name. He's the Giants' new QB coach. He was 4 years with the Bills as an offensive assistant and team's assistant quarterback coach. So I guess being that they couldn't get Dorsey to go, they got this guy, the next thing. And he was with Brian Dable in Alabama. So he goes. Laura Young, the girl we had, the young lady we hired as Bill's player services coordinator. The Giants hired her and took her over there as director of coaching operations. So she got a promotion. She's on the Giants now. Bobby Johnson, offensive line coach. They took him too. So we lost our offensive line coach. And, he's their offensive line coach now. Players, we touched on it the time we talked last. Antonio Williams, gone. They ended up signing Davis Webb, gone. So right now we only have one quarterback in our room, and that's Josh Allen, unless they sign Trubisky, which I don't think they will because Mitch Trubisky should get a shot on one of these teams who are quarterback hungry. So, yeah, it is kind of like you said, dick move, but it's always going to happen. They're going to take some people.
It's like what we did with the Panthers, so it's no different, to be honest with you.
Yeah, pretty much. So it just comes around and happens to us. And
I just hope, a couple of our offensive guys that are going to be free agents like Ryan Bates, I hope he don't go because I'm starting to like him a lot. I hope, man, it was rough because when they took the offensive coordinator, I was kind of happy because me and you discussed it. There's no balance in the run game. There's a lot of fans out there. I'm on a lot of media sites, Bills Mafia and all that. There's a lot of people that are like, oh, I'm glad we got rid of them because we don't have no run game. But when it all comes down to it, how are we going to blame the running backs for not having a run game when they don't get their number called and actually run the ball? You see what I'm saying? We have great running backs, and Antonio Williams included, well, excluded now, but he was one of our favorites between me and you when he had that awesome game against Miami.
Yeah.
I saw a bright future for him. I think he's going to do very good, very well over there in New York, in New Jersey Giants. I mean, because Buffalo's the only New York team, by the way. But anyway, once Dable went over there, now hopefully we get Ken Dorsey that'll mix it up, the run and the pass, and make it a little bit more, better for Josh. More play action passing from Josh, more running, more control, more balanced attack because, man, couple games, there was, we broke records, 32, 33 times consecutive passing. Kansas City adjusted. They adjusted and knew they dared us to run the ball pretty much.
Chino is saying Giants all the way because he's a Giant fan. Chino, let's see what this guy could do for you guys because, everybody's like, oh, he helped Allen. He helped Allen. I think they both helped each other. I think Jordan Palmer helped Allen more than Dable, but that's just me. Man,
Dable even said, man, listen, man, talk about dick moves. I don't mean to cut you off, but a little statement that he said kind of got under my nerves. He said it took a village to help Josh Allen. Now, what kind of dick move is that? That's like a dig at Josh Allen. And Josh Allen, all he did was talk good about Brian Dable, man. It was kind of
I don't know if he meant it that way. I think he meant it more to take pressure off of him because now people are going to look at him like, oh, are you going to do the same thing with Jones that you did with Allen? And I think that's what it was more like. No, it took a village. Not saying Josh was a scrub, but I think he's saying it wasn't on me. It wasn't on me.
Well, I didn't look at it that perspective. I hope you're right.
I think that's the way it was because I don't think he would call him so much of a scrub or like a lot of people who did it because if it wasn't for Allen's number, he probably wouldn't be a head coach. Also, in some moves, the Bills ended up getting Joe Brady as their quarterback coach. He was with the Panthers as offensive coordinator. I'm pretty sure it's a done deal in 2020, but he was fired midway through the season around week 13. They let him go. So, Brady knows what to do. He's going to listen to Dorsey. Like you said, I hope Dorsey brings in more of even if it's 60-40 pass run, but at least mix it up. I even said I wouldn't have mind Jason Garrett if Dorsey did go to the Giants because they were pushing for him hard. Because Garrett had good years over there in the Cowboys calling the offense.
Yeah.
And some people thought I was crazy when I said that, but I was like, hey, I wouldn't have minded, especially with our team. We got a lot of weapons, so there shouldn't be a drop back like that. We shouldn't drop as much. How did you feel about Dorsey taking the lead over there as offensive coordinator?
I'm excited. I was kind of hoping that he stayed. I was, crossing my fingers, and it looked like it was a done deal. It looked like Brian Dable was going to bring him over there, and I think McDermott and Bean beat him to it by giving him that that promotion of being offensive coordinator. So it's kind of hard. He already knows the system. He's established. I like him. He did a great job down there in Miami, right? He was in Miami. Those years, Ken Dorsey.
Hurricanes, right? I think it was.
Yeah, Miami. He was down in Miami. He did good in college. Offensive minded, So I'm just excited. I'm happy with the decision of them keeping him.
Me too. I was happy that he got a shot, and if he proves himself, then he'll be in the line for a head coaching job somewhere eventually as well. So he was,
yes, sir.
It was a smart move, and you're inheriting a really good team, offensive wise. Aaron Cromer is returning as offensive line coach, being that we lost ours to the Giants. He was with the Bills back in the day, 2015 to 2016. Eric Wood, the one-time Bills lineman, was happy about him returning. Matthew Smiley was named the Bills' new special teams coordinator since Heath Farwell was hired as the Jaguars' special teams coordinator over there. Players signed.
He got a lot of flack also because of the 13-second kicking in the end zone deal, which a lot of people. I'm kind of torn about that, but a lot of people are like, oh man, you got to squib kick it, take time off the clock, this and that. But listen, man, You've been around for a while. I've been around for a while. All I gotta say is 2 words, 3 words: Music City Miracle, bro. Uh,
Not even
you know,
that. Even if they took it, it depends who picked up the ball. If Tyreek Hill took it, he could have ran it, and they all would have
take it to
needed
the
was
house.
like say 25 yards to get to the field goal range. Again, all
Yeah.
they needed was a field goal. You played
Yep.
tough defense. They don't score in 13 seconds. I'm sorry.
Number one defense goes in to prevent umbrella defense, I don't even know what the hell it was, and give the seam up.
Yeah, it was just bad defensive calling. So, I mean, it is what it is. And do I miss him on special teams? I mean, our special teams wasn't all that special.
No, but I think he got flack from the game before, where Matt Hack was having a horrible day punting.
Well, that
Where he
was
had those
two
weird,
games he
those
kind
bad
of
punts
stunk it
against
up.
New England. Huh?
2 games he stunk it up pretty much.
Yeah.
And then he
But
got better
how you
towards the
got,
second half.
yeah, but you can't really blame it on the coaches. The coaches have they draw it up, and
Yeah.
the players have to execute. To me, that's on Matt Hack. But thinking about Bojorquez, look at the mess he did over there with who was it with Green Bay. He lost the game for Green Bay with that punt block return.
I didn't even see that game, honestly.
Yeah,
Didn't watch.
yeah, that's how the Packers lost that game with the block punt return touchdown from Bojorquez.
They lost it because Aaron Rodgers ain't do nothing. Do diddly squat.
Well, Bojorquez gave up them 6 points with that block punt. It
You
was a
know
scoop
what?
and score right after that. So
Is it his fault or their offensive line for not blocking? Could
yeah,
go
the
all
whole
around.
special teams. There you go.
Yeah, it could go all around. I don't know. It annoys me because Aaron Rodgers is going to win probably another MVP. And I was watching NFL Network. Was it today or yesterday? They were talking about like should Brady win it or Aaron, and everybody's like, well, 2 guys were like, dude, Brady was number 1 in like 4 or 5 categories. Number 1.
Yeah,
And the difference was Rodgers threw a lot less interceptions than Brady did. But Brady was number 1 in everything else. And I'm like, dude, Rodgers doesn't take chances. Yeah, he's not turning it over, but he's not taking chances. And if he was so good, he should have saw Lazard wide open again. Anyway, real quick, the Bills signed Terrell Dotson to a 1-year deal, bringing the linebacker back. And they also signed Eli Ankou to a reserve future contract. So with Terrell signing, that has the Bills with 42 players signed already for next year under contract. By the way, Roger Goodell said we have to get a new stadium in Buffalo. A spokesman for the New York governor, Kathy Hochul, or however you say her name, told the Buffalo News that negotiations are ongoing. So hopefully they get a damn stadium up there. So we don't want the Bills going nowhere. Nowhere.
I don't want them to go anywhere. I don't. Man, that's gonna be a rough one if they leave. Well, like they'll be like the Tennessee Buffaloes or some shit. I don't think I'll follow them anymore.
Stop it. You'll follow them. Who else are you going to follow? Jacksonville Jaguars?
Nobody. No.
It would be weird, man. Weird and tough. Let's see what else. The cap is expected to go to $208.2 million, which would give the Bills around $7.5 million in cap space, which is the 8th lowest in the league. But like I said, they have 42 players under contract. So little cap room in there. Oh, by the way, Tyreek Hill was finally fined $10,300 for taunting in the Bills game.
Yeah,
So,
but a little too late. Dollar short a day too late. They should have assessed that penalty on the kickoff and would have been better off.
At least they fined them eventually. I think it was because people brought it up a lot and people were like saying stuff. And
they made the rule taunting because of Tyreek. And then he still does it, and then they don't call the freaking penalty. Go figure.
Should be. But you know what? It stinks because if they would have called it. I mean, the Bills still scored on that drive anyway. We were just excuse me, would have been a little closer. But yeah, it stinks. Uh Players meant like so the Bills are only going to have $7.5 million on this list. They have a list of free agents that are out there. My boy Wallace probably won't be on the Bills next year. So they're going to have to look for that either in free agency or the
in the
draft.
draft.
So Dane's going to end up sliding back up there. Cyrene Neal's a free agent. Don't know if you guys if they could get him on a team friendly deal. I mean, there's one guy. If you cut, you're going to save I think like $6 million, but you're going to have
Beasley.
about $7 million in dead cap money.
Who's that?
Your boy. Style the
Yeah, well, he needs to get the.
But what
I
stinks too is that Harrison Phillips and Zimmer, who didn't play last year, and Butler. So that's 3 defensive tackles are all free agents next year.
4 with Lotulelli.
Well, Lutulele is still under contract. He's in
Okay.
contract. He's a free
Yeah,
agent.
they need to cut him and give
2024.
Harrison Phillips a little bit more money. I think Harrison Phillips is only like 800,000, 870 against the cap. So they need to give him a little bit more money and get rid of freaking Lotulelli.
I would hope that. So I just hate that damn $7 million worth of dead cap, dude.
Yeah,
Stinks. It's bad.
I've been begging for him to show up for the past 2 seasons.
Listen, it was a difference when he's in there for the run, but again, he wasn't there every game. So who knows? That's one guy I wouldn't mind if they cut. But again, like I said, man, I hate that dead money cap, and that's a lot of dead money. He's one of the highest dead monies if you ended up getting rid of him. It stinks. But what else, Vinny?
Let's talk Super Bowl, man, and get out of here.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Before that, let's read that new head coaches. No more jobs out there. They're all filled. No vacancies. No Leslie Frazier. He's with the Bills again. Chicago Bears ended up signing Matt Embolofluss. I already said his name. Crazy ass names. Denver Broncos, Nathaniel Hackett. Houston Texans, which was the last job. I thought maybe Lovey Smith did get the job. He was their defensive coordinator.
I like Lovey Smith.
I like him. When the Bills ended up signing
in 2010, he had like 3 or 4 seasons with 10 win seasons, 9 or 10 win seasons. So a lot of people aren't happy about it. I think he's a great coach.
I would have rather had him than Doug Marrone. I think that was the same year we got Doug Marrone.
Man, I was like, why are we gonna make me cuss over here? You gonna make me cuss?
Why?
I never liked Doug Marrone.
Me neither. I was so mad when they hired him. I'm like, who is this guy? And they're like, well, he won the Pinstripe Bowl twice. Pinstripe Bowl.
Quitter.
Pinstripe Bowl. Like, what is that?
Quit on us. Doug Marrone quit on us, man. Get the out of here.
The Scrub Bowl. Anyway, so Texans didn't hire Flores. They went with Lovie Smith. Jacksonville Jaguars. They got Doug Peterson. Las Vegas Raiders ended up signing Josh McDaniels. Now, let's see. Personally, he pooped it when he was the Denver Broncos head coach. Let's see if he learned anything these past few years. I think he's going to be a bum. Sorry to say that for my buddy Teddy and my buddy Angelo. Josh McDaniels.
What are you talking about? You think so? I mean, he's a good offensive coordinator, I guess,
if
he
goes over there and stinks it up, then he never learned anything from Belichick. He's a bum.
Yeah.
So, Dolphins signed Mike McDaniel. Minnesota went with Kevin O'Connell. New Orleans Saints signed Dennis Allen. And as we all know, the Giants got Brian Dable.
They did wind up getting Dennis Allen over there at the Saints. What do you think about that signing?
Yeah. That's what I think.
They might be in trouble down there in the Bayou.
We'll see. All right. You want to talk
I didn't like the Miami signing either.
I was surprised with that. Well, Mike Daniel, he's been over there in San Fran for a while, so
Yeah,
maybe he learned something. You know, says his job is to get the most out of Tua as he can. So let's see.
it
Honestly,
ain't really much. But
depends on who's their defensive coordinator. He said, I
yeah,
believe he said he was going to keep some of the defensive coaches there. So who knows? We'll see. It might be a
maybe
smart
they'll
move.
get Kamara.
Yeah, what was crazy about that was I ended up finding out, I didn't even know. I thought he got into a brawl after the All Star game. No, he fought before the All Star game, played in the All Star game, and then they went to arrest him. So it was like they let him play first. What is that? What's up with that?
That was the only hit. That's the only hit that was allowed that was seen in the All Star, the whole All Star game.
I
You see
heard
it?
somebody
I only
say
saw a
that.
little bit of it, man. It was like two-hand touch. I saw a freaking Mac Jones run down and do the gritty, even though he was down. It was just gave me the chills, bro. It ain't like back in the days, man, in the early 2000s, early 90s, where they really played. They actually
Yeah,
played the game. Now they were just two-hand touch. It's ridiculous.
it's pretty much what. Yeah, it's just dumb. I ended up stopping watching it a while back because, like you said, they stopped playing. They stopped playing, and it was just a clown show. I used to like it when they used to have like back in the day. They would have the quarterback competitions, and they
Yeah.
would do drills and all that stuff. I used to like that. That was pretty cool. They don't do none of that crap really now. It's like whatever. It's just dumb. I just if I was a player, I'd be like, all right, I got voted into the Pro Bowl. Cool. I'm not playing. But I think they
That's
make
why
some.
that's why Dennis Allen just snubbed it.
I think they get like 100 grand or something to play in the game.
Really?
I think it's something like that. So if you want to earn an extra 100 grand, go over there, spend some time, play.
Yeah.
You're not really playing hard, so it's like whatever. It's a clown show. Half the times I don't watch none of these All Star games. It's just dumb. Super Bowl. The Bills are playing the Rams. Rams are giving the Bills.
That would have been great.
This magic hat is here. It's working now.
Yeah.
It's
If,
working.
if that if that really did that magic, that would be great. Right now, with me and you, would be so excited talking about the Super Bowl coming up.
Woo! Be like Bills all the way. Rams at home playing the Cincinnati Bengals. They're giving the Cincinnati Bengals 3.5 points right now. Like I said, oh man, I don't know about this game. Honestly, sad to say, I barely have any interest in watching this game. It's not my team. I could root for. I would like to see Cincinnati win because they never won a Super Bowl before. That's one thing I'm rooting for. Hopefully they'll win. But again, I look at the Rams. I look at Matthew Stafford, who put it all those times in Detroit. Finally gets on a team where he could actually prove himself. He's in the Super Bowl. So I wouldn't mind seeing him win. One thing that stinks on my mind is that poor Robert Woods is hurt. If not, I always
Yeah,
root for those players that are on other
yeah,
teams. So, I mean, he'll still get a ring. He played a few weeks before he got hurt. So
yeah.
I wouldn't mind that. I mean, what about you?
What do you mean, my pick?
If you want to pick or talk a little bit about it before that.
I like the run that the Bengals did. Joe Burrow's a cool kid. I like the way what he did over there in college. He did the same thing. He's doing the same thing right now. If he wins, it'll be
Yeah.
off the chain. In terms of the game, I mean, defensively, man, you got freaking Aaron Donald, Von Miller. You
Mm-hmm.
got the cornerback that I don't like. What the hell's his name again? From
Ramsey.
Jalen Ramsey, Leonard Floyd, all these guys, man. They're fired up, man. And they're at home. It's technically
Yeah.
the home game for them, so it's kind of hard to root against them. Matthew Stafford,
Mm-hmm.
didn't have any playoff wins in Detroit. Here he is getting ready to go into Super Bowl his first season here.
Yeah.
When they got all these guys, they said they wanted to win now, and they're actually doing it. The Bengals are on a run. You know what I mean? They beat Kansas City. It's not easy to do. So it's
Beat
going to be a really
Tennessee.
good game. Huh?
They beat Tennessee. They beat tough teams
Beat
to get where they're
Tennessee.
at. Yeah.
Some tough games, man. If they would have played Buffalo at Buffalo, I didn't think it was going to be a gimme game at all by any means. If they would have played Buffalo, it would have been a toss up, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow is coming to his own. If he quick releases the ball the way he did with Kansas City, they might have a chance. But I just don't see. I don't see the Bengals winning pretty much in an away game. You got Aaron Donald that's hungry. Wants to get that ring. Von Miller. These guys want to get Jalen Ramsey. That's the matchup I want to see. Is
Chase.
Jamar Chase with Jalen Ramsey is going to be. That's what I want to watch. I want to see that because Chase is off the chain, and we'll see what happens. But I think before you get your assessment, I'm gonna let you know what I think. I think the Rams are going to take it. I think it's going to be a shootout. I think it might be 33-27 type game, and I'm taking the Rams for Super Bowl.
I think this game can end up like being a blowout. It all depends on.
Really?
I think it depends on Cincinnati's, dude. First of all, their offensive line is suspect, so their offensive line needs to play great.
Joe Burrow got sacked 9 times against the Chiefs. Was it the Chiefs? Yeah, and they still won.
Was it
Tennessee 9 times?
I think it was Tennessee.
Okay.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, they still won. But man, the Rams defense is pretty solid, So for Cincinnati to win, they're going to have to run Joe Mixon. I don't know exactly what the Rams are ranked defensive wise, but they're going to have to run Joe Mixon. They're going to have to do like delayed draws, and they're going to have to do some swing passes or screens just to try to slow down that defensive line to be like, hey, you better respect us, because if you think he's going to just drop back, have 3 to 5 seconds to throw a deep ball to Chase, it's not happening. It's not happening. So they need to get that run game going. And if they can't get this run game going, I don't see them going into a shootout because all right, you're going to double up Donald. That guy's a beast even when you double him up. Everybody else is going to be out there,
Then you got Von Miller. And then offensively, remember, we got the Rams got Cam Akers. They got Sonny Michel. Freaking, they're ballers, bro. These dudes are ballers. And what's the kid's name? The leading wide receiver they got for the league too. Come on, man.
And then
Cooper
you got
Kupp,
Odell.
You ain't gonna stop him.
Second wide receiver who's still beast.
Odell back. Nah, bro.
Yeah,
I got the Rams. I got the Rams 33-27. I'm sticking with that. See, you made me solidify my pick.
Now, though, if you want to be like, man, they were getting paid to lose. This is a game that everybody's going to pick the Rams. Everybody's going to pick the Rams. So what if the Cincinnati Bengals win? It'll be a lot of money.
It'll be like WWE.
Yeah, but if the Rams play their game, to me, there's no way Cincinnati beats them. I don't care how good their offensive is. If their offensive line cannot slow these guys down, that means Joe Burrow is going to be running for his life. So they're going to have to run a lot of play action pass,
quick passes,
or rollouts. Yeah, you got to try that too. But the Rams will adjust to that. It's just this game should be a blowout. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. So what you say? What's on your mind? I said it. 33-27. Rams. What's your thought?
Ugh, man. I hope I'm wrong, but I would be. I don't even know because I'm not good with the whole points. I think Cincinnati scores 13 points.
Woo.
And the Rams are like in the 30s.
Ooh, a blowout like that, huh?
I just think the Rams defense is just going to destroy this poor kid. Again, if they go with the game plan, Cincinnati, where they can run the ball, swing passes, screens, and work up, and hopefully Chase gets deep on his a few times and they give him time. But I don't know if he's going to have time. I think he's going to be running around like a crazy kid. That's just me.
Yeah, man. It's going to be rough.
I think it's
so you're saying 30-13. I'm saying 33-27. Write it down in your book.
Let's do some math real quick. Let me see real quick. Let me see something. Let's see. I'm saying like
Yeah. What's the spread on that on the Super Bowl? Yeah, you know any numbers on it?
3.5. Now, what's the over? I don't even know. Oh, the over under is 48. That makes no sense to me.
Well, it's around the range what you're saying.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go like this. This is crazy. So let's say, yeah, I think you're gonna go 38-13. It's like
That's
38,
damn.
38-13.
You got to
Rams.
take your calculator out for that.
I want to just give a real number that could actually happen instead of me making shit up. So
38-13. Well, I'm making shit up. I'm saying 33-27.
well, that's good. That's more of a competitive game if that happens. I don't think
It's
it's
still
going to
6
be.
points, still 7. It's almost a touchdown. It's like that's pretty big spread, bro. 7 points, 6 points.
But that's normal. That's more of a normal spread. I think. I hope Cincinnati wins. Don't get me wrong. I think
Yeah,
they're going to be jacked up though. I think it's going to be like when San Fran
the
played the
blowout.
Chargers back in the day, and it was just a boring game because San Fran ran all over them, kicked their butt. And I
The
think that's
only reason I would like for the Bengals to win is because of Jalen Ramsey. That's the only reason I would want them to win.
really
I just
the only
dislike. I don't
reason.
like people that talk shit like he does. He talk a lot of
Yeah.
shit.
Oh, he's going to talk more if he wins.
I
He's
know.
going to talk a lot
He's gonna
more.
be like Richard Sherman.
Probably, yep. He talks more than Richard Sherman already.
Yeah,
I just,
I like Seattle in the Super Bowl. And when I saw the interview before they went to the Super Bowl, I didn't want to root for them anymore.
oh, you can't put him on me. Okay, I can't.
That's like Pac-Man Jones. Which one's worse, Pac-Man Jones? Out of all three of them, who do you think is the worst?
Oh man, I think Jalen Ramsey probably talks more. You know, and
He
he still
does. He
gets
does.
beat, and he's like, whatever.
Yeah. When he gets beat, it's funny because he starts arguing with the other safeties, like, "Hey, where's my help?" or "What happened?" You know, like, come on,
Yeah,
man.
and the press conference is like, yeah, all right, whatever. It's like you don't own up to it. Me, if Cincinnati
Yeah,
wins, I just like it because they never won before. That's it.
yeah, for sure.
You know. Anyway, I guess we can call this a wrap.
It's a
Unless you
wrap.
got
We'll be
something
back
else.
next Thursday with our post Super Bowl conversation and see what news. You can check us out at Viva Los Bills on Twitter, Facebook, Viva Los Bills, and our YouTube, Viva Los Bills. Subscribe. Hit that subscribe button and like it and join in on the conversation. We're on Blackjack TV, channel 198 also, so check us out.
Yeah, damn, look at you. Look at you, man. Woo! Oh, fuego.
It's a damn beer hug. It's the beer hug, man.
I'm starting to feel a little warm with this magic hat. It didn't take us back in time, but
I will text you during the Super Bowl and see your opinion, and I'm going to have notes for next show.
all right, I gotta see. Am I working next Thursday? We might have to do it on a Friday.
That's
We'll see.
fine.
Actually, no, hold on. Thursday, I'm working early. Yeah, we'll be on next Thursday.
All right. We are next Thursday.
Everybody out there, thanks for watching. Chino, oh, what up? Chino just said peace. Sorry, missed most of the show. Come on, Chino.
It's all good, man.
What are you feeding the babies? Come on.
Hey. He's busy making them wings, man. I don't know if you seen him. He was making some wings the other day. I was about to fly up there.
No, I didn't see him. But where the hell are my wings? All right, bro. Peace out, Chino. Everybody watching, peace out. Vinny,
y'all be
next
good.
week. Adios. Nos vemos, everybody.
Go Bills in the Super Bowl this next year.
Yeah.